taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Jams to the dust. Big drop with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? For my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. Boy, that they gon' know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous.
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Buju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from Ford Field.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. The Lions at 15-1 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Now it's Fields. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Fields. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 6.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Off play action, Fields. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
Now a second down and 6. Fields forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Fields. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Gano's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll roll him out right. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. A final shot before break. Lance. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Going deep for Diggs.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his third.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields. He's got this to Williams, complete.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
37 yards.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 17-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline, and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a play fake. Lance
sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Rolling to his right.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Here we go, set, black 40. Green jack.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Lance. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Up the middle with Barkley. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And this is intercepted. And that's... they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Lance. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions.